Hey everyone, I look different than I did in all my previous videos. I'm just going to look different in all of my videos, it seems like, because I changed my hair a lot. So, this video might end up being edited like crazy because I have a lot of stuff to talk about and I don't want the video to end up being like an hour long. So if you're watching it and you notice that it's like extremely like cut out, just know I'm trying to save time and that's why it's like that. This is video, like I said, I'm getting better with my uploading schedule, I guess. And this one is going to be about, it was supposed to be the first week of like classes, but things happened and now it is the first 6 weeks at Scad. So I'm going to try to categorize everything by like my classes and then my tiny hints of advice for what I have learned so far. Okay, so at Scad you have 3 classes to be considered a full-time student, and when you are a freshman, your first quarter, you also have to take a course called FYE, which is first or freshman year experience, and it's really not considered like a class, so it's not like you're taking 4 classes. It's only a class that you meet with once a week and it's only an hour long. Every other full-time class you go twice a week and it's 2.5 hours long each class. So my first class is on Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 in the morning and it is English composition. I really didn't want to take English the first quarter, but for your very first quarter you weren't allowed to pick your own classes, so it kind of sucked, but it turned out okay. I was really nervous for taking English because I knew since it's like college, it's going to be all focused on writing and not just like, you know, the simple things of high school and everything. And I'm really not a good writer at all, so I was so scared. On the first day, she's like, what do you guys want to improve on? And I was like, I'm a horrible writer. I want to be better. English class, my professor's name is Professor Dahl, or Mary Dahl, and I love her so much. I would definitely recommend her. She's so funny and I just really like her. She's like my favorite teacher so far, and it's an English class. I thought I was going to hate this class, and I actually, so many people are like, English is so boring, I hate that class, and I'm like, I like it because it puts me in a good mood whenever I'm in there. For the class, you had to get 4 books, and they aren't like textbooks. I have them like over here so I can like show what they're like. This is our like textbook. It's called Models for Writers, and it's just like a book, but you do need this, and then you also need these 2 things. This is like a little writing helper thing, and then this is basically advice for writing and stuff like that. All of her books written down in her syllabus are required because like so many people are like, wait until the first class to know if you really need the books. Well, if you have Professor Dahl and like you know you're gonna have her before classes start, you do need the books, and I bought them online like I think almost everybody does now, and it was a million times cheaper. Well, the other book that you need is it was a novel actually called The Age of Miracles, and I would recommend anybody reading it. It was a really good book, and we had to write an essay on it for midterms. We've already passed midterms, that's how late this video is. We're on Monday we're starting our 7th week out of 10, so the first quarter is already almost over with. Believe it or not, I've already learned like a lot, and I was not expecting to because I've always tried to be a better writer, and I just like, I can't do it. My teacher straight up tells me all the time, she's like, you're improving so much. She recommended me to take a poetry class, and I think I can't write poems at all, but we had to write a poem on our first assignment. It was due on the 2nd class, and she loved mine so much that I didn't even have to make corrections to it. I had to make 1 correction, and it was to double space it because I forgot to. So I was like blown away. I was like, I can't believe that I did good on this. Oh my god. And for midterms, like I said, we had to write an essay on that novel, and I was actually absent on that day. We had to write the essay in class, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get a 0 on my midterm. What the heck am I going to do? So I talked to her about it, and me and her have like, she has an understanding of things that are going on with me right now, so me and her are like really good. And she was basically like, okay, write it at home, bring it in on Wednesday, but you're gonna get points taken off because you didn't write it here. I turned it in late. I got a 90 on it with points taken off, and I was like, I got an A on it with points taken off. Oh my god. And I was like blown away because I could never do that. Like, there's no way. Even in high school, like, my grades were always like B's or C's on essays because I just like, I can't write. And so I'm getting better and I'm really happy. And now we're doing a research project. So that's all for English. So on Mondays and Wednesdays, like directly after English, I would get out at 10:30, and at 11 I had drawing, and I had issues not with the class but outside of class, personal like issues that, like I said, I talked to my English teacher and my other teacher that I'm going to get to after this, and it like basically helped my relationship with them and made me do better in the class. And I tried to talk to my drawing teacher about it, and nothing, she didn't want to help me at all. Everything just basically started falling apart for me in that class, and I didn't want to fail. And basically everything that was happening, because she wasn't like listening to me or talking to me, was going to lead to me failing. So I withdrew from her class, which means that like my grade will not show up and affect me, like affect my GPA. So I will have to take drawing again sometime in the future. My third class I have is what I already kind of mentioned previously, FYE. I have it on Tuesdays at 11 to 12. And oh my god, you have the class with your academic advisor. And my academic advisor is Jason Brown, and he is the funniest guy in the world. I love that class so much because like you don't really learn anything at all, like ever. And I just sit there and I'm like cracking up the whole time, and everybody else is, because he's so hilarious. He's like a guy from like Tumblr that just says all this like stupid stuff, and you're like, oh my god, what the heck's going on? He's so funny, so he makes that hour like awesome. I got this on the first day of class, and we've never really used it in class at all. It's just like a little notebook thing. It's tiny, and it just has like information about the class and stuff like that. Not the class, like about the school. Honestly, I feel like the class is kind of a waste of time because every single thing that we've learned so far, except for one day, is repetitive information that you hear all the time. You hear it at Scad Day, if you go to Scad Day. You hear it at Summer Swarm. You hear it at orientation. You hear it all the time, and then you have to go to a class where you hear it again. So you'll know all the rules, like you'll have them like engraved in you. You will know them. We also have like really no assignments. We've had to do one assignment that was a blog posting on your My Scad account, which is like the online website for the school. We also have to do this thing, it's called passport events, and you get stamps for them. And you have like a little mini passport that has all these different areas of the school, like counseling, sport events, the museum, the library, all these different things where they'll have events that you can go to on certain days. And if you go, you get a stamp. You have to do 6 of them, and one mandatory one you have to go to. That's either the major and minor fair or the major open house. So yeah, you have 6 and then one of those 2 that you have to do. And that book is due on the last day of class. You have to have all your stamps done, and I guess that's going to be a grade. Thing different that we've done so far, which was really helpful, is that we learned how to register for classes for the next quarter, and we get to sign up for them. I think on Friday, next Friday, so that's going to be really cool. My last class is Design 1 Elements in Organization, I think the whole thing is called. And it's really fun. I like this class a lot. It reminds me of a technical school I was going to before I came to Scad, and it makes me really happy. The teacher is awesome. I have Professor Bruzinek. I don't know if I'm saying her name right. Her name is Christy Bruzinek, and she is a really good teacher. I think she's really funny too. She teaches you a lot. It's another class where the textbook is like absolutely mandatory, and this is what it looks like. Design Basics. It's the 8th edition, I think. Yeah. You have like certain days that she gives you. You have to read like 3 chapters, and you have to take a quiz online. So far we've learned about like the different forms of unity, and then we've made like things revolving around how to make your artwork really unified, and it's been really fun. Right now we are going to make like a unique color wheel thing. The classes are almost done with now, so now I will give my like little pieces of advice if anybody cares, because I feel like I have things that are like important to say, because I've been going through hard times, and so I have learned the hard way for some of the things of what not to do. The first thing I'm going to say, and like I can't stress it enough, is it is so much work. Like, I knew coming into it that it was going to be a lot of work, but it is 10 times, not 10, a million times more work than I thought it was going to be. So you really have no time to procrastinate, and that's the thing I've learned the hard way, because yeah, you can procrastinate and still get things done, but you're only hurting yourself, and you're only going to stress yourself out, and it's just not worth it. Like, I know when you get home from classes, you're not going to want to just come right home and do your homework, because you just sat in a class for 2.5 hours. You're going to want to do like what you want to do, and it is best to just do your homework, get it out of the way, and then you have all this spare time afterwards to do whatever you want to do, because you're not going to want like assignment due at like, okay, 5 p.m. and you start working on it at noon. I've done that. I can't explain how much stress it put on me. I was like having a mental breakdown in the middle of it. Like, I was calling my mom, freaking out. I was like, I can't do this. Oh my god. And I basically just learned, like, no matter what's going on, schoolwork is actually a good way, no matter how hard it can be, to like push yourself to start to do it. Once you start to do it, it's a really good way to like distract yourself, especially when it's art, because it's art. Art is an amazing thing for anybody to be a part of. Don't miss days. I had to miss days because of issues, and I regret it a lot, because you're missing a lot from 2.5 hours of information. So when you come back, you can be kind of like confused and like, what the heck is going on? So try your hardest not to miss days, but if you miss days, I completely understand, because sometimes you do have to. I think that's my only advice. My just big thing is try so hard not to procrastinate. Throughout high school, I know this is going to sound really bad, but for me personally, high school came really easy to me, so I could procrastinate. I could wait till last minute and I could get things done, and I would still do really good at it. But this isn't high school, it's Scad, and it requires a lot of hard work, and I've learned that, and I changed that, and now I'm doing really good, and I'm proud of myself. I am looking forward to these classes like kind of being over, because I just want to move on to different things, and starting winter quarter, which is next quarter, I get to start taking photography classes, and I'm so excited because that is my major. So I think that's all that I have to say so far. I have work to do this weekend. And oh yeah, that's the awesome thing about Scad. We can start at Friday. It's awesome. So like Thursday is your Friday basically. So it's really cool. So today's Saturday now. I have some things to do this weekend. I don't have like a crazy amount of work, which is amazing. I'm so happy. But I'm going to not procrastinate, and that's going to be really hard. I just bought Just Dance 2014 today, and it's so fun. If anybody that watches this video has Just Dance 2014 for the Xbox 360, you should definitely add me and dance with me, because I got like the online dance thing now, and that's awesome. But yeah, seriously, anybody can add me on Xbox. Gamer tag is Helene Princess, as it is spelt on here. But yeah, so that's all I have to say. If anybody that watches this is from Scad or from a different college, tell me how your first few weeks have gone, because I really want to know. And if you're going through like a hard time and still trying to do college, you can definitely talk to me, because hopefully I can help, and I can also definitely relate to you. And always talk to someone if you're going through a hard time. So I hope everybody has an amazing day, and I hope this video was kind of informative or helpful or something, and if not, then it's just an update to how my college life is going so far. So yeah, everybody have a great day, and I will see you in my next vlog. Bye.